Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakurazo here, and as you have read in the title, these are quarter centuries to watch out for because some of these are low right now going high and some of these are spiking up and you don't even know it. So before I let you in all the glory and info of this market watch, smash that like button. We've been getting around 70-ish likes on these videos, so 100 likes is usually the goal. So if only like 30, let's say 35 more people hit that like button, hey, we got it. Subscribe if you've not already. We're like 5, 6, or 7 subs off of 5,400. We've been in this like 90 loop for a bit, so go ahead, subscribe. Check out our sponsors in the description below, like TCG Player. Buy anything off this site, use my link. There you go. Whatnot, you click my link, you register, you get $15 on your next purchase, and they have more than just Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Pokemon, other card games, nerdy memorabilia, and more. And check out Tapio Cards. Use code Saki for 5% off. They have a lot of awesome Yu-Gi-Oh merchandise. And let me know what cards I'm going over in the comment section below for the next Market Watch. Shout out my videos. Most likely going to be Friday, I'm thinking. Friday or Saturday, one of the two, so look forward to that. And I'm going to get right into it here. So, QC Tour Guide. This card used to be around $25 all around. And right now, they're about $15. So, 18 bucks here. Not too bad for your QC Tour Guides. Goes up to 20, but as I was saying, usually it's a $16, $20 card. You got them a little cheaper here at 15 before they go up. The big thing about Tour Guide, it does go up to 25 on the next page, is that we really need another Fiend deck that uses this card well. And really, the only thing I really remember using Tour Guide well in the future that's applicable is if Burning Abyss gets support, but their normal summon still isn't better than Tour Guide. That's like one of the only ways I see this in the future being good. This is such an iconic card that has come back and forth into the game, and it's been a while since I've seen normal summon Tour Guide, and I kind of want to see it again. The ultimate rare, if you guys don't know, this is one of my favorite ultimate rares from a tournament pack. This is probably my second or third favorite ultimate rare. I know that Trish is up there by far. Trish and Tour Guide. 150 for your near minutes, goes up to 153. Honestly, while I have a set of the QCs and I absolutely adore them, I do want to finish my set of ultis. I mean, I remember when this card was like 250, 300, and I was like, do I want to like literally spend, whatever my paycheck was at the time on my last 2 copies? And we're not even talking 600 a set, boys. It was, because I already had a copy. And yeah, I never did. And I'm kind of glad they went down. I can maybe pick them up now. Triple Tactics Talent QC here. These are 120, 135, going up to 160. Guys, this is on crackhead prices, and it's selling at about 80 here, 85. So nobody's really buying these at 120. All I gotta say is I wish I held mine. I really, really do. I got rid of mine when they were pretty high though, like 60s or 70s, one of the two. So they're selling at 80s right now. I don't think people are gonna realistically want to pay 160, but as people want this moving forward, if the listings don't go down, then we might see our first sale at like 120. Some people don't care. They're like, you know what? Why would I check what it's selling for? It's 120 now. It goes up to 135. I'm just gonna get that copy. But I do hope that this card does kind of at least. I think 100 is very fair, but it's just so good this format that I can't even be shocked. Imperm QC is 135 going up to 140. Pretty insane. Effect Veiler QCs are $70, $71. Going up to 90 here. I always told people get your Veilers while they're lower. Even though they were around that 55. I mostly mentioned it here. Now it's gone up. And then your Ghost Belt QCs, which are 32, goes up to 30, 40 here. I told people to get this at 18.20. If you did, good job. You made some money. But you guys got to look at these QCs while they're low. Like Nibiru here. Nibiru, 60 bucks, going up to 70, $80 here. If you want your copies, that's what they're at. This card was around, if I could scroll down here, like 40s, but hey, I thought that was way too low for the card, so I never even bothered moving my QC nibs. I was like, no, and if anything, I'm going to start getting more. And I ended up getting ultis as well. So the ultis look really nice. QC Droplet here. These are 47. Goes up to $60. Droplet is good if your deck can play it. It's just not all decks can play it efficiently. This is a card that on the next page probably goes up to, yeah, $70, $80 here. If you guys are looking to get into QC hype before they spike up, you got to be looking at it every week. One thing I want to talk about, especially with Rarity 1, Rarity 2, is once they get rid of QCs, a lot of them are going to shoot up because people are going to be like, oh, we love these, you know, oh, Konami's done printing them, so we can go gather them. We know what's safe, what's not safe. And with these staple cards, which this is why I think Rarity 1 is by far the best Rarity collection. Yes, even better than Bonanza, but that's also because I think you're, 25th Rarity collection was more of a main set completely, while Stampede had a very bad, or not Stampede, Bonanza had a very bad main set, like overall mediocre. Had good picks, obviously, but I just had a lot of bad ones like Crystal Shark, etc. I still prefer Rarity 1. I think it's going to age way better. But yeah, get your copies at 47 before they spike up. All right, I had Ghost Ball on here. Huh, okay. Lightning Storm QC. Now, these are $19, and they have been floating around this $25 to $20 mark, as you can see over here. But 19 listings goes up to 28, going up to about 35. I know that Konami's going to put this to 3 eventually. And if anything, I actually think it's going to happen next list. If Evenly, okay, I'll always say this, Evenly feels like a better card than Lightning Storm to play. I like playing Lightning Storm still, and obviously there are some applications where Lightning Storm is better. One example is like Striker, because it's a spell, and since they're going second, they like their battle phase. So you can main deck Lightning Storm, and it can all work out. And it's a spell in the grave, for example. That's why I have my Starlight rares. But they go up to $70 on this second page. Obviously, you remember with these QCs is they can only hit up about 60 to 70% of what the Starlight rare is. So if the QCs are 20, 25, 30, the Starlights are $66 here. So the QC's probably going to max around $40. That's my opinion. 45, let's say, just to be sure. But you got your Starlights at 60s here, goes up to 75. I'll be honest, as much as I like the QC, I probably would rather just go for Starlights as low as they are. Especially if I get lucky and get European. Oh boy. Ancient Fairy Dragon. Guys, for those in the back, all right? I'm going to say it loud. I'm going to say it proud. We are getting an Ancient Fairy Dragon support in Alliance Inside. I was about to say Duelist Alliance again. You guys are going to hear that often, all right? We know this card's going to spike. We know it's a good card generically. $23-24 here. We know that it's probably going to go bought out to like $40-50. If you don't get your copies, hey, you have a little bit of time, but who knows? Now, Rogue Hero made a very interesting, shout out to Rogue Hero, made a very cool video on some of his predictions, right, for the game. And one thing he predicted actually was Baron coming off. I personally still don't like Baron as a card, mostly because you have a lot of different decks, but they're ending on the exact same cards. So it feels like a fake diverse format, if that makes sense. But QCs are 14 right now, but 22 listings ain't a lot. $20 here. It goes up to 40, so this card is on its way up. But right now, if you want your copies for your banned binder at how cheap they are now, go ahead. But this card was universally around $16, 14, 16, as you could tell. My kitty. Ugh. Ugh. Why are you loud? Oh, this is such a heavy cat. You're so fucking heavy. Alright. You can't meow if I hold him. Alright, anyway. Eldlich the Golden Lord. In Duelist Alliance, we are also getting the Golden Lord support. The Eldlich support. I don't know why I call it Golden Lord support. This card spiked up to 15-20s. You can see the spike there. Right now, guess what they are? About $8. You got a few copies at a little less than like $6.50. This is your warning. Cards get revealed for the future. The people are like, oh, I gotta get my stuff right now. So people buy it. People either scalp it. There's a buyout, right? And then after a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, the listings start coming back. The prices start going a lot further down, like Golden Lord. I mean, I don't even think it lasted that long. Yeah, so it got announced around here. And now we're in February, and it's just been going downhill from here. Granted, this was a $4 card. At least it's like the buyout somewhat stuck as a permanent impact, but it's got it's a lot better than the like 15 to $20 it was, and whatever it stabilized after. So if you want your Eldlich, the Golden Lords, I would definitely go grab them now, especially if you get a deal somewhere and get them any cheaper for what they are. Now, you do have the Dio Pose. This one's still $11. It's going up to 13. So this one kind of held its value roughly, but, you know. Blue Eye Spirit Dragon QC. I think we get these structure decks next week. Maybe we already have them. I don't know. I don't know the date exactly, but they're like 60 bucks here, 63. You got your QC lows at 177, goes up to 200. Like, look, when this was 80, 90, it was pretty ridiculous here. Rarity Collection 2 is just a bop in general. I mean, like, let's see how many QCs you have that are about 20 bucks or more. All right, let's count Ultimate Slayer because this card was like, yeah, okay, it's basically 20 bucks. It is $20, actually. Okay, so let's see how many QCs are above $20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 QCs above $20. Then you got Moonlit Chill and DD Crow. Call it 4. Actually, you know what? You got a lot of them over here. There's a lot of really good cards you could pull out of your rarity, too. I actually think it's a very free product right now at $75 here. And something I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to get a box or two of this because I finally want to go ahead and grab sealed. But I also want to open these up on my live streams, and maybe like just because I'm in an opening mood, and I want you guys to tell me what you think of this in the comment section below. Usually I do a $5 donation, I open up a pack. $10, I open up 2 to 3. I'm thinking of $5 is two packs, and then 10 is like 4, and then it's 18, so it'll be like, you know, 45 or something to open up the whole box. So it'd be cool. Loads are 70. They go up to 85, 90 here, which is pretty insane. If you have this card and you want to get rid of it, go ahead, just bye-bye. Solemn Judgment QCs, these are $27, $28, going up to 30 here for your QCs. I would say this card sold, but it was around 35 to 40, and then it kind of went down. So I would like to see this card a little lower here, but on all honesty, as someone who actually owns the ulti, I actually like the ulti. They're like, let's see, light plays. Let's see what Near Mint is. Near Mint, you got 20 listings, 41, goes up to 67. Oh, wow. So this card does go up quite quickly, but you do have like 6 copies, 5 copies, you know, 3 play sets there. The sales history on here does exist, though, you know, especially in February. You know what? Basically 7 copies. You want to count that? 8. Okay, not bad. Solemn Strike QCs is 23, 25 bucks. So I like that this card came back in the format. It's always nice to see when we have a slow enough format where Strike and Judgment are played. I actually always like that. I talked about this card at like 12, and I just didn't want it at 12. And I guess I was wrong about this. This card did go up to 2025, but I don't know. This card was never super duper cheap. But what are the plats at? Because I feel like if plats are $3 or less, I'm going to tell you guys that the plats are a steal. They're 5, going up to 7. Never mind. Okay. 5's not awful, though. But, you know. That plat was like $1. Phantasme. Now, these QCs are 16. This card is good sometimes. It's not good other times. Now, the thing is with this card is, let's see. If we go to see the plat here, it's like $2 here. So, it's not a close, it's not even 15% of what the copy is. Let's say these are $2 right here. That's like 1/8, so whatever percentage that is of the QC, that's what the plat's at. These aren't too bad to get, not at all here. I actually want to go back to a card here, Baron. Something I actually want to see is if this card does get unbanned. First of all, that's the question of the day. Do you guys think this can get unbanned? Yes or no? I do want to actually check out not just the platinum, but the PCR here. If we do get this card unbanned and people scramble for their copies, I mean, $3 for a plat's not awful. And the PCR, I mean, $1.50, you get, someone's got $2.29. Okay, this card's probably not gonna get bought, but if this card does get unbanned and everyone scrambles for their copy, I feel like a lot of people are gonna be very comfortable spending $4 or less for an extra nice one. For example, OG Ultra, PCR. So these might not be bad penny stonks, but who knows? Mystical Space Typhoon QC, this card is, again, bought out. You got $20 here going up to 28, 29. I actually told people at $7 this was really good. It's like one of the only cards right away in Rarity 2 when it came out that I actually called out. I was like, you know what? A lot of this can go up, can not go up. You've got your plats at like 4, though. I know these plats were like way less. Nah, never mind. People are buying them for 7. What is this? That's disgusting. Yeah, okay. You do see them at like 2s here. Yeah, dollars here in November. Someone bought 20. Hey, whoever bought 20, yo, good job. Wow, okay. Book of Moon QCs. These are only like $10, 11. Not bad at all for these. I kind of want to see what the plat is compared to this. Plats are. Let's look at Champion Pack 1 and this one too, actually, and Ulti. Plats. Yeah, it's like 25 to 30%. Yeah, I wouldn't get that. I'd just get the QC at that point. Book of Moon Supers, though, you've got a mod at 330. That could be much, much worse. What's lightly played at? 640. Okay, so if I go without photos here, because I want to really see something. Um, yeah, so we do have a mod play at 330 that is, I mean, light play, mod play, and slash near mint are basically all the same thing, but you're paying 50% for a mod play, so you're losing 300 bucks. It makes me kind of wonder. I really wish we had pictures because I would love to see how this is mod play. Like if it clearly has like a crease, it's gonna obviously suck. But it's just something very interesting. I actually would not mind if it's like a good mod play in a sleeve picking this up for 330, but or yeah, about 330. But I gotta see the I gotta see how it is because if it's a bad mod play, I'm gonna be mad. But this is a card that mostly sells in person, not really on TCG Player. Book of Moon Miscellaneous here, 61. Goes up to 100 here, but Speed Duel is interesting. If only Speed Duel existed. So, it's actually kind of cool seeing what they think's miscellaneous here. Man. Actually, wow, this Adidas card. Man, I remember when these were 110 3 months ago, and they have just spiked up. 250 goes up to 500. Hey, if you got your copy at $100, good job. You made some money. Book of Moon ultis are 35, going up to 35. I'll be perfectly honest. I think these do not look bad at all. They look very nice. I own these here. Now, before QCs existed, I said Book of Moon ulti is amazing to get at that $40, $50 mark. And then I said, hey, if you picked them up at 70, 80, 90, good job. And then it just crashed back all the way down. If you got rid of them, good job. I personally didn't really... I only got rid of mine because people kept wanting them from me. They're like, bro, I'm looking for a set. Nobody has this card. Blah, blah, blah. And I ended up getting rid of my personal set and then feeling really bad and then getting my personal set again through trade. But I think the trade was 60s, which isn't good, obviously, seeing the price tag. But I think I bought them for like 40 back in the day. So, 60 trade, oh well. A friend needed them. He gave me he gave me more than 60 trade, a pop for him because they were like 80 or something. 35 for your ultis. This card can go up. I actually do want to see what the sales history is on this. It exists. It's not awful, but it's not good. It's somewhere in the middle here. Abyss Dweller. Now, before we continue, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button. Over half of the people actually won't even get to this point, but it's important you guys hit that like button. 100 likes on this video, that'd be great. My last 5 market watches, and this is kind of crazy. Saki fell off. Got literally 1,000 each, basically on the dot, like 1,000 to 1,500 to like 1,000 and like almost 1,100, but not quite 1,100. So it's pretty insane that 5 market watches in a row get the exact same views. I know that the algorithm is bad in January, but to have 5 market watches have identical views is just like very insane to me. I've noticed a lot of other market watches are suffering. Usually at this point, if you guys have been watching for a long time, this is the part where I say even Fresh hasn't. But me and Fresh were talking about views and some other stuff with the algo a few days ago, maybe a week ago, and we were just sitting there like, he was telling me about it, how he's now getting affected by that. I'm like, bro, they can't take our last guy. Yo, YouTube algorithm, you're not taking Fresh, bro. You could take me. That's fine. I have money, but hey, don't take my friend Fresh. Yo, Fresh is an amazing guy if you ever met him IRL, by the way. He's so kind. I fucking love him, man. Like, $11. Stratos here, QC, $59.60, going up to $70, $75, $76 here. Oh, and if you guys want to help the channel, by the way, consider being a YouTube channel member. The goal is 25, 35 channel members. I have, I think, 19, so, if you guys can, that'd be great. Let's see what Poly is here. We got QC Poly getting bought out, but I actually want to see what the regular Polys are. You've got this one here, and then this one. Okay, so... Super Poly QC, these are 135, 160. This card also has a Starlight Rare. I actually want to see what the Starlight Rare is, if it's going to show me. And the Starlight Rare is cheaper. And that's what I mean. Like, usually Starlight Rare is supposed to be more rarity. So, to see the Starlight Rare at 100 while QCs are like 135, 160. People forget Starlight Rares exist once QC comes out. Because it's the same thing. 5 for your regular Polys. It's not bad. Poly A, these are 7. I actually did tell people go grab these at around the $4 or $5 mark. when they were that. I mean, it doesn't show that it was here, but they were around 5 and ish. Now they're about 7. So a little increase, but again, we need Poly also to come back into the game for this card to be good. But this is the kind of card where, as slowly over time, this card's gonna be worth a lot of money. Your Blue Eyes is 160, 190 today. Woohoo! I actually want to see if there's any movement with the tin one, because the tin one's usually what people want. If I click this, does it show me the same thing? No, Lamau, it actually shows me multiple copies. We don't talk about tablet art. They're 31, 32 bucks here for your QC Blue Eyes. You got Dark Magician here, QC at 42, 43. I still want my Mirror Force. I think that's the only thing I'm going to like really need in QC. I'm cool actually without having a Dark Magician QC if it push comes to shove. But I cannot tolerate not having a QC Mirror Force, okay? So I have a P.O. box. Y'all know what to do. Now I'm just playing. Do not send me something like that. Dark Magician Girl QC, 47, although I would love it. $47 going up to 48 bucks for her. You guys remember when they spiked up to like 140, 120, and people were like, guys, this is insane. I just said, guys, do not feed into this bullshit. Do not buy these. Well, right back down to what they were on the dot. These were like 40s. It's really funny, actually. Dark Magician the Dragon Knight's also something I really like at 26, by the way. I just think it's really nice. She's at like 55. We have the other version of Dark Magician QC, but I just think it's really ugly. I'd rather have this one or what's it called? This one right here. I'd rather have one of these two. I'm thinking I'm liking this a little bit more personally, but that's just so far. Red Eyes Darkness Spell Dragon QC. These are 40 bucks going up to 41. Once we hit the Year of the Dragon, I actually think that this card could go to 70, 80. This is just way too good of a card and way too much of a played card casually, especially right now, because you have to remember how many people will play dragons, and this card's never bad. This card, there's no way dragons will play this and it's bad, in my opinion, right? This card's always just very, very free. I don't think Blue Eyes plays it personally, but like most dragon decks will play this because it's busted. Hospitality, these are, you got one for 9 here. Okay, so you got a cheap copy at like 10 bucks. 13, 14, 15, 20. So I would get your cheaper copies here. 13's not bad for these, obviously, but once we get the Dragonmaid support, people are going to want to buy it. This card will probably go back to 25, 30. Remember, with buyouts, and that's why I love on my channel is going back to buyouts and actually seeing what is happening with them. Are they good? Are they bad? You know, did it hold up to test of time? Because usually they don't. And people don't know that. So I always go back and be like, hey, if you wanted this card, well, when it got bought out, you said, too much money. Now you have the chance. That's how I always see these kinds of cards. Toon Blackluster Soldier QCs. These are 13, going up to $15 here. Once we get Toon support revealed, this card could go even further. I think this is a fantastic QC to get right now. Amazing. Honestly, I'm so glad I never got the CRs. I really did consider getting the CRs at one point, first edition, and I'm glad I didn't. What's funny is I think the high max rarity card from Toon Chaos is these Gammas at 55 here. Oh, man. Unironically, I have a set of these, and I never liked picking up. I picked them up when they were limited, and they were like 80 bucks. If you guys remember anything about Gamma, this card was 200 to 300 at one point. Yeah, and you can even see it like a year ago, kind of even higher. And I was like, I'm probably going to regret picking these up. And here I am. I regret picking them up. I really do. But you know what? Konami's probably not going to make a QC of this unless they put it to 3. If they put it to 3, it'd be cool to see what happens with it, but, you know. Magical Hats QC for our last card of the day. If you guys haven't hit that like button, go ahead. Please let me know what cards I'm going over in the next Market Watch. Comment for the algo, whatever you guys want to do. Join the Discord, guys. The Discord's awesome. And then I'm going to ask you guys to check out my last video, which I'm not saying all the Market Watches, which, yes, go check them out, but my Stampede prediction. Magical Hats QC Starlight Rare here is $7, $8 here. I don't know why this is a lot of money, but personally, if you guys do not know, when it comes to the older traps, Mirror Force is my number 1. Magic Cylinder is probably a number 2. Magical Hat, I don't know where it is, but it's absolutely a top 10. Maybe a top 5. I don't know why, but I just love this card, especially when it was actually used on the island. I just personally really liked it. But yeah, maybe I really do want to go back and watch Yu-Gi-Oh! And just enjoy it like younger again one more time. But who knows if I'll ever get to do that. But with that being said, guys, check out the video right here. This is my Stampede prediction. You guys are going to want to see that in part 2 and part 1. Leave a like, all that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.